Hello, magical ones. Salve, and welcome. Welcome to the Faerie Witch vlog. I'm the Faerie Witch. This is Misty, and thank you so much for tuning in today. And today is going to be about the full moon magic. And this is the only shirt I've got that looks like I have a full moon setting. Don't know if you can tell. There is a fairy here. So it's all I got. But anyway, today is my full moon episode for this December 2024. And I thank you for joining us. Welcome you to join us. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Please check out all the other great episodes I think that we've got on here. A variety of things. For those of you who are brand new and don't know what we do, basically I do a little of pretty much anything, but it's usually related to fairies, to fairyology. We do talk about cats and cat training, as I am a certified cat trainer. I am a certified fairyologist. I'm a fairy artist. We do a little baking. We do spell work. We do fairy craft magic. I talk about my practice. We do knitting, we do art, we do crafting, we do painting, so a variety of things. You never know what you're going to get or when you're going to get it. So it's good to hit that subscribe button, and I hope that you will. Hope you could come back and hope you'll enjoy. Granted, my videos I realize that they're kind of maybe a little more rudimentary than some, but you got to remember, I have a lot of physical and financial limitations, so I don't have fancy equipment. I don't have a lot of people to help me. We don't have places to go because there's no car, this kind of stuff. So I do the very best I can, and what you see is what you get. And so there's no trickery, there's no photography, special effects. If I've added something, I try with my phone or with my tape recorder, or, I have to put up pictures. I know it's really basic from what they used to do, right? I hear ya. I'm trying not to sneeze. Sorry about that. My allergies are activated because of the weed work and gardening I did a few days ago. I will be doing a new Christmas vlog episode soon, once I get the rest of the gardening worked on. So that's coming. But anyway, today is all about the full moon and working with the fairies. And so it's going to be a variety of things. And I hope you'll enjoy it, because I really thought, I really want to do, I've done a full moon episode before, but I wanted to do this one and kind of encompass a couple of projects that I've been meaning to do, didn't get motivated enough to do it. And I thought, well, if I do it for you guys, I'll get it done, So you're motivating me. So thank you, whether you knew it or not. So today we're going to do a full moon episode. Yeah! So for fairycraft magic practitioners, you already know this. For those of you who are brand new or are not into it at all and don't know anything about it, full moons, of course, happen once a month usually. And some of them are, bigger and better than others. And they all have names. There's different names for the full moon throughout the year. There's moon magic, where there's practitioners who just work with the moon and the moon cycle. That is their main focus. That's what they like to do. They study moonology. Yes, it is a thing. I've looked into it. I have a couple of books on that, because I feel that I kind of gravitate more towards moon magic rather than sun magic. And yes, there is sun magic, so if you're interested in that, check that out too. But I don't usually go towards the sun magic. It's funny, I don't usually work with sun water or not, but moon water, moon magic, that's my thing. And so even though my main focus in my practice is usually herbs and candles, candles every day. I love candles. Any candle makers out there? Any companies you want me to test anything for free? Please let me know. I burn candles every day, and I love them. and I can't afford to buy them as much as I would like. I make them when I can, but yeah, I would love to test out anybody's candles that they want to make and send to me. I would love it. And so, anyway, keep that in mind. But yeah, candle magic and herb magic is usually my focus. But I do try to incorporate crystals and my artwork and moon magic into it. So, yeah. So full moons are very powerful. They got more energy. They help your spells better. But a full moon seems to affect people differently too. Like when I was working, I used to be a cashier in a store. And I worked in 2 different stores over the course of, well, no, three. 3 different stores in the course of, I don't know, over 10 years, maybe less than that, depending. But I noticed on full moon nights, and that was before I became a practitioner. I wasn't into the fairyology, and I wasn't into practicing, into the magic at that point. But I swear, on full moon nights, people would come into those stores, and they'd be off their nut. I mean, it's like, good grief, and you look at them thinking, are you drunk? And you kind of back up thinking, what are you guys on? It's like security, I mean, people would come in and they would be acting weird. They would want weird stuff. They'd be maybe a little more rational about what they were asking for. And it's like, huh? And some of these people we've seen in the stores before, and they were fine, they got along, they were happy, you didn't have too much of a problem. On full moon nights, they'd show up, and it's like, good grief, it's like Jekyll and Hyde. It's the weirdest thing. So, I know there's studies out there, and probably psychiatrists and psychologists would take this on and say, oh, yeah. But you know what? There are studies, though. Full moons can affect the way you think. It can affect your emotions. And so I used to hate working on full moon nights. I hate being on the registers, having to deal with people on full moon nights because it was the weirdest thing. They would just drive you crazy and be out of their minds, kind of. And it's like, so I hated it. Now that I'm a practitioner, now that I understand more about moon magic and a little bit more about moon cycles, because it can affect animals, it can affect the sea. They say they even prove that the moon can actually change the waves or something, make ocean waves bigger or stronger or something. I forget. You guys have to look this up, or I have to look it up again myself. But it really does affect everything. So, yeah, So, yeah, the full moons are stronger and they're the best night to do your spell work because there's more power, there's more energy, and it will give more power to your energy to you as well as to the spell you're doing. And it has worked for me. It does work. It does help. So in my own practice, I work with the moon. So that's kind of why I want to do this big episode today. So it may be a little bit long. I do apologize. I will try to keep it as short as I can. But at the same time, I don't want to rush through everything. So it might be a little bit longer. But we're going to do a bunch of stuff today. So there's going to be projects. And we're going to, maybe I should just surprise you, right? So stick with me, I hope. I hope you stick with me and watch this whole episode. So since we are in the kitchen again, we are going to start with a little fairy kitchen witchery again. So today, I'm hoping we are going to make moon cookies. I've never made moon cookies. And the other day, I suddenly had the idea, and I thought, you know what? If I have enough money to get the ingredients, I'm going to do this. And so I luckily had enough. And so I got some stuff. So, thing is, I've never made these before, and I'm doing it all freehand, pretty much, except for the cookie part. Normally I would buy the sugar cookie dough and just slice and put on. Now, I've switched because I want to add some food coloring to it. So I bought another brand, and it's dry ingredients and you mix. And so I've never made this before. So crossing fingers this turns out good. So we're gonna start this. We're gonna start this episode of Moon Fairy Magic with moon cookies. And don't worry, I won't have you sit through the entire thing. I will be editing, but yeah, it's like I say, first time I've made this, so let's see how it goes. We're gonna sprinkle a little fairy dust and see what we can conjure up. Okay. All right, magical ones. I'm doing this moon cookies, and like I said, I've never made these before, so I have to figure out what I need to do here. Okay, so I've got this package of cookie mix, and it's got 2 different types of recipes on here to make 2 different cookies. So what ones do I want? I want this one. Okay. Okay, so that, trying to read all the fine print. 2 tablespoons of flour, butter, and an egg. Okay, not melted. Alrighty. Alrighty, so yeah. Okay, I just need a minute. Thank you for your patience. Alright, so I guess I need to get this in a bowl. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do okay, so it says pour contents into a bowl, and I need a little bit of flour and an egg and some butter. Okay, so let me do that. And I gotta remember too, like as I've said before in my other episodes, you want to be able to, you want to put in your intention into your baking and your cooking. So I have to remind myself to put in my intention as I put this together, so that we can kind of channel the moon's energy even through the cookie, to help me with my moon spell, which I'm going to do for you in a little bit. So I need to do this. So let me grab some flour. Right. Okay. And I think it said add 3 tablespoons of flour to this. So 1, 2, 3. All right. Okay. And 1 egg and some butter. So I need an egg. Okay, so let's crack this sucker open. There we go. Okay. Now, I gotta do the next step. So, I gotta check something and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and it says I need to add 1 stick of softened butter to this. So, let's do that. And then after that, I guess I preheat the oven. Oops. I preheat the oven and then, yeah. And so, stir fry. Yeah. And then I gotta stir everything until the dough forms. Once it's formed, then I roll it out, and then I can use cookie cutters or cut it, whatever. I don't have any cookie cutters to make the moon cookies. I'm going to have to do it freestyle, freehand. So I think I will save you from watching all of this until I'm ready to do the cutouts. So I will be back. Alrighty, so I've got the batter mixed up. I've got some aluminum foil down here, and I think I'm going to put a little bit of non-stick spray on it, maybe, or I don't want to do flour. So yeah, I might do that. And then apparently I'm supposed to roll it out. Well, my rolling pin is not going to work at the moment, so I'm just going to flatten it, and then I'm going to have to cut it out somehow. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see what kind of mess I can make, huh? So, okay, I need a little knife. Where's the little knife when you need one? Oh, that would work. A little vegetable knife should work. Maybe I shouldn't use the foil. I'm not sure that's a good idea now. Okay, let me rethink this, and I'll be back. Okay, so after thinking about it, I'm going to go ahead and use the cookie sheet that I'm going to put them on anyway, so I'm just going to cut them. So I have to do that next, and so I will join you, hopefully again, as soon as I get all these little guys done. I think some groceries are going to be delivered, so I've got to wait. So I will be back with you, hopefully in a few minutes. Okay, so I'm back. I'm sorry I didn't get the cookies made just yet. I had to stop and get my grocery order, and then it looked like my computer was going to try to stop and cut the video off because it said it hadn't been moving, hadn't done anything. So I had to turn you back on for a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and roll these and proceed from there. Okay, everybody. I realize that was probably a short pause for you and a long one for me, but I had to stop and deal with groceries and a crying cat, and plus I've been cutting the cookies. So we now have a bunch of little half moons, and I didn't use the big pan, so they're not all going to fit, so I have to do them twice. But that's alright. So the first couple, I forgot to add the blue coloring to the batter, so they're going to stay white, but these other guys I remembered. So there's my blue moon cookies. So I'm going to put them in the oven. It says for 350. And while they're doing that, I'm going to cut some other ones and get them ready because I still got some rolls of batter. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'll be back with you. Okay, everybody. I had to reactivate the computer again so it doesn't shut me off, but I'm still making cookies. I'm still cutting these moon cookies. I'm doing it by freehand, so it does take me a while, but I have to admit, even if I had a cookie cutter, I would still be struggling because I never have luck with cookie cutters. I don't know if you guys have a problem or not. I always do, no matter what I do. You dip them in flour, it still sticks. I put nonstick spray on them, they still stick. I can't get it right. They never work. I don't know. Cookie cutters, so, I give up. So, anyway, I am freehand cutting these little guys. And Matthew just came out and I didn't have the computer on, so sorry you didn't get to see him. But he is a little under the weather anyway. Poor guy's going through dental work, so yeah, he's got a lot of dental he's got to go with. I do too, but I think he's worse. So first him. Go. All right, so I am cutting these cookies. I'm trying to just mold them. Just trying to mold them into little moon shapes as best I can. Half moons. If I do them in circles, you really can't tell what they are. So, but I might just do a couple when it runs down to the end so I can get done because I want to keep you guys, all day. I don't want to do that. And there's other projects we need to get to. Okay, everybody, so I got another platter of the moon cookies ready to go. The other ones say they're done, but they're not done. I just checked them. They still look a little raw, so I'm going to keep putting them in. Okay, everybody, I'm still struggling with these cookies. I just took some of them out of the oven, and they pillowed out so nice, but then they lost their shape. So now I gotta cut them once they cool down. Joy, joy. So, and I have a feeling that I'm not alone anymore. So, there may be something going on behind me, but since I gotta focus on what I'm doing, you guys get the benefit of seeing what happens. Because you never know what's going to happen around here. Meanwhile, we have Faerie singing her chorus in the background. Trials and tribulations of the best laid plans to do a video. And how many times does it get screwed up for me? A lot. But I still plug along. Gotta get points for that. Well, thanks. Vote of confidence is amazing around here. Alrighty, on to the next ones. Damn it. Yep. Some guys just horse around no matter what you do. We're horsing around. And that, folks, was Matthew's contribution to my video that's having a problem. Oh, great. Okay. Now we're on to dogs. Alrighty. No, these are not biscuits for you. Sorry. Okay. So I've got some of the cookies cut, as you can see. It's taking forever, so I'm trying not to do it on camera. But yeah, I finally got some more of these little guys cut. So at least we got more of a moon shape. And then I also bought this silver glitter sugar. So I'm going to sprinkle some of this on the top to help it look more like a moon. And I gotta see how it turns out because I've never used this before. And I gotta open it first. There we go. Yeah, that's cool. It looks like glitter. See? Looks like glitter. Looks like glitter, but it's sugar. So we're gonna sprinkle some on. Whoop! Ow. And see how it looks. Ah, it sparkles and everything. Cool. Pretty. Yeah, see? So we got little sprinkles on it, so it kind of looks like a little silvery blue moon. Cool. Well, I like that part. At least that worked. It's the rest of it that didn't turn out so great. So let's see. Whoops, I don't want to spill. Oh, it feels like powdered sugar too. It's got that same consistency. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, so we've got little, hopefully you can see it, silvery, sugary cookies. You think she's being tortured out there, you know? God.
All right, I'll go handle it.
Thank you.
All right there, Faerie. Well, none of this nonsense here. Come on.
Don't worry, that's not his actual voice. He's a very good actor. He's able to do all sorts of stuff. It's amazing. Sometimes I'll walk into a room and I'm hearing two different voices. Well, that's him. So, you know, don't worry, guys. He loves Faerie very much. He's not going to do anything. He's just going to get her to be quiet so I don't have to have her crying on the video. It's okay. Don't worry. All right, so this sugar is like powdered sugar. It's cool, and it did a really nice job. It really did make them look like little moons. So yay! All right, so I swear we're gonna get through this video. So I'm going to put you on pause again, but I'm gonna put all this away, and we are gonna get on to the next project. So thank you for hanging in there with me. But you know, this is the way it goes. It's real life. Okay, everybody, so I'm finally out of the kitchen, and I will show you the final cookies in a couple minutes, but we're now in the magic studio, and so we're going to proceed once I get my table in here, and I'm going to show you my spell work table, what we've got going. Alrighty. Hopefully, there we go. Okay. Alright. So, this is my fairy offering table, and I've got everything on here that I've been doing my full moon prosperity spell. So, I have my green candle for prosperity. I have my moon candle that I made a couple years back. So it's a really deep blue with the sparkle. I've got a black candle. I've got my bottle of moon water. Got a white moon candle that I doctored up. I have my quartz crystal, my selenite. I've got some jade. I've got my moon my moon crystal, moonstones. And then I've got my moon poppet. And this little guy is one that I knitted and made. And he's from my doll pattern that I created. So he is just for my moon spells. So that is my poppet. And then I usually add a little gold candle in here. So this is what I need to set up my spell. And I haven't done it today yet, so I am going to do it for you. And I hope you can hear me. I'm sorry, I'm trying to be close to the microphone. I hope you can hear me. So this is my spell. So I'm going to do this in front of you. I always need my lighter. Okay. You got to get in mode. You've got to get your mental state ready, and then you got to have your intention. So I'm blessing these items and ask them to recharge and help me with this spell. I light this moon candle as I ask for the power of the moon to help me with this spell. I light the black candle. Banish financial troubles and protect us from future financial troubles. I light the white moon candle for protection. Please protect us from further problems. By lighting the green candle for good luck and prosperity. With this moon water, I sprinkle onto the items to add to the power, to add strength to this spell. I will it be, blessed be. I ask the fairies for their help. Blessed be. I will it be. Okay. So that is the spell, and I'm going to let the candles burn for just a little while, and hopefully that will assist me with the spell working. And sometimes I can do a tarot card, sometimes I don't. Since I'm here and you're here too, let's do one. So I've got my Doreen Virtue Fairies deck. One of them, I have a couple of them, but this is generally the one I usually seem to go toward. So I asked the fairies and the universe if they have anything special they want to talk to me about or tell me that this is the time to do it, that I'm listening, that I'm open to it. Okay. I'm just going to fan them out a little and see what I draw. Yep. I ended up with several, so I'm just going to pick this one. Let's see here. What did I draw? Oops. I drew the balance card. Yeah, so that is the card that I drew today. Hopefully you can see it. Sorry. Can you see it? Balance. I don't know, maybe that would pertain to you as well. So you never discount it, because you just don't know. That could be for you too. It could be for both of us. Okay, so this is my full moon prosperity spell and my setup. Like I say, I have the tablecloths of the blue, and then I've got the 3 moons cloth, and I just kind of combine them sometimes. Other times I might just use one of them. But for this time, I wanted more strength. I need more power. I need more help. So I put as much on there as I can. So that is my moon spell. So on to the next project. So while we're still in the magic studio, I thought I would go ahead and do the next project in here. And that is to create little moon spell jars, which is one of them I've not done yet. Why, I don't know. But I'm going to do it. So feel free to join along with me or write down what I do, and you're welcome to make your own. Sometimes I do sell them. So if you're interested, I do have a Facebook page, and I generally do sales through that. Either, I pick them up in person, or if it's something I can ship, I do that too. So you just have to contact me and we talk about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one of these little jars. And these are little baby food jars. Since I use the baby food for the cats, a lot of times when I make up their wet food, I just wash out the jars, take the labels off, and I reuse them. They're usually for my herbs. I do have other herb jars, which I think I've shown in other videos. And I can also make little mini candles too. So these jars are great. I love them. They're great size. And the cats like the food. The cats can eat it, and it's safe. They like it. And I can reuse the jar. So, alrighty. So, if you can tell, I've got my herbs and spices back here. And I had a list of what I want to use. So, let me go grab that. Okay, so I've got my list. This was some of the things I wanted to talk about, and I've done most of them already. So, spell jar. We want what I want to do with this spell jar. The intentions and the ingredients I'm going to be using are going to be to help stimulate the moon's power by putting it in here. Then I can sprinkle it either on a candle, around a candle, or just put it on the table and just kind of sprinkle it around. So I want prosperity, and I want good luck, and I want the moon's power harnessed. So I need to use those ingredients. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, let's see, we need cinnamon, salt, black salt, cloves, maybe little bits of either silver candles, like if you have some remnants, or you can just shave off some if you have a silver candle, or maybe I can use some of that silver sugar that I used on the cookies, and some fairy dust. So I think I have almost everything in here except for two things. I might have to run out to get those, but we can start. So let me find my stuff. So I've got my black salt, got my regular salt, let's see, thyme, here's cloves, here's, oh, okay, that is not cinnamon. What are those? Oh, oh, that's not it. Where did you go? Oh, there's some. Ah, here we go. Okay, so here's the cinnamon. And then I need my mortar and pestle, I think, because I'm going to need them for this. That is over here. Okay. All right. So what else am I missing? I am missing... Okay, so first things first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in, I would say about a tablespoon of each thing into my little mortar pestle here. So I'm going to put in some cinnamon. I've got my black salt. Got white salt. Okay. And I'm just doing it by eye, but it's, approximately a tablespoon each. And then I've got, these are whole cloves, so I need to ground them up. So let's put them in there. Woo! They always smell. It kind of smells like a pine cone and pepper mix. And at first it's kind of, But then when you smell it a couple more minutes, then it's not so bad and it really smells nice. Okay, so I'm going to grind that up for now, and then I got to go get the fairy dust. So I'm just pushing down and grinding it up as best I can. It can be difficult. Okay, so I need to get some fairy dust and the silver sugar. So I'm going to go put that in the jar first. That way I can bring it in. Or I'll just take the bowl. I'll just take the bowl. I'm okay. Okay, so I've added those couple of things. So I've got the, hopefully you can see it. There's there's kind of the white sparkly fairy dust, and then I've got some blue fairy dust. So I'm going to add that. Just a little. Because blue and white, you know, when they sparkle, that always kind of symbolizes the moon to me, as you could tell from the cookies. That's how I think of it. Now, I know the real moon is not blue, but it does kind of look like it, you know, depending on the lighting. I don't know. I like it. Alright, so I'm blending it in. There we go. Hopefully I don't make a mess. I'm going to pour it into the jar. Okay. Yeah. Alright, so it's not full, obviously. It's just made that little bit. But it's a start, so I can keep making more later. But yeah, and I can see the sparkle in it, which is cool. And yeah, so I'll make some more, and I'll probably make a couple of these for the shop. So maybe I could sell a couple, but I am going to keep one for myself because, like I say, this will aid my prosperity spell. So that is how I make little moon spell jars. So I hope you found that interesting, and will make your own or buy one from me, whatever makes you happy. But yeah, and then I'll probably, for the ones I would sell, I'm going to make a little fabric topper and a label like I do on the other ones. So I will decorate it up, but this one I don't need to because it'll be mine, and I don't want to deal with all the fancy. So yeah, but you know, simple little baby jar, baby food jar turned into a spell jar, and it'll work. It'll work. Okay, so we've moved again, and you're now back in the other room. So now, the next project I wanted to do was I wanted to work on a little moon dish. This would be used to, burn incense on, or I could light a candle on it, or you could do the candle with the herbs wrapped around the bottom. Put little offerings on there to go on the table that's corresponding to the moon spell I'm doing, all that kind of thing. So I've got a little dish. I just got to get all my stuff on the table, and we're going to do that. So this is the little dish. It's actually just the bottom, a clay bottom to a clay flower pot, and I'm repurposing. So I did clean it, although it doesn't look it, but I did clean it, and I'm just gonna paint it. So I'm thinking I want to use a dark blue. I want to use white, and I don't know if I have any silver. Silver would be good, but I don't know if I have any silver. That gray, but that's not the same. Nope. I don't have, damn, I don't have any gray. Oh, that's the wrong blue anyway. Well, actually that would work. I use both. So I've got two different tones of blue, but I don't seem to have any silver. Damn. Bloody hell. Well, I don't think I have any. I really need to buy paint. I said that last time I think I did a painting project with you guys, didn't I? I still need to buy paint, but yeah, takes moolah. Okay, well, let's get started. So I think I'm gonna use the white and do an undercoat. I'm gonna lower the screen so you can see a little bit. Okay, so we got the blue. So I've got a variety of brushes here, so I'm just going to use a kind of flat brush. And I'm just going to start painting it. And I don't need it to be fancy. I just want to cover it so that I can put the moon symbols on it. Because for me, being an artist, it's always important to have the visual. You know, they say you can just, imagine what you need and put it out there. And yeah, I do that. But it helps so much to have the tool or the item or the picture or something that's there to help me see it, because then it puts it more in my mind. So I like to have little tools and all this stuff when I can do them, when I can make them. Okay. So that gets the inside lined, at least with the white. I don't think I'll do a second coat, but I am trying to at least get some of the orange clay covered. So I'm doing what I can to do that. And then I got to do the outside. Okay. So I've got the top rim on the outside done. Pretty much. Yeah. Okay, so I just need to finish going over it with the white. The paint will also help seal it too, so if I want to use something that might be a little wet, or, like if the candle was to melt over or something, it'll go on the inside of the dish. With the paint, it'll help seal the clay a little bit, so it might not be as porous, and that'll help from whatever's getting in there, not to, you know, not to get to the clay, which could, maybe damage it. I'm not sure. It could. But since I'm not going to put any water or anything in here, it should be okay. It's just I may put candles and the wax might melt in there. So it'll help protect the clay a little bit. Okay. Almost there. Okay. Alrighty. I kind of like the look of the brush strokes. So, yeah. Alright. So I just gotta let that dry. And then I can start using the blue. So I started to do the moons and the paint is running. So I've got to go over them, a few of them, with the white once they dry up a little bit more and try to fix them because the paint was just too watery. They're old and they're watered down at the point, so I gotta fix them. So I just did the little moon shapes like I did the cookies. And I might do one in the center of a full moon. But I want to do that in more detail. So I might wait and do that another day or another time. But I'm going to see if I can accomplish this by fixing this. Squeeze out the bristles. Let's see if I can fix it. Actually kind of blending it in. It kind of looks pretty that way. Huh. Yeah, well, it kind of added a blue tinge to it. So I actually kind of don't mind that, but I still might need to go over the blue moons again with a little more finer detail. So, yeah, that needs to be worked on some more. Yeah. Okay. So, I'm going to finish the dish off camera later. So, because I realize this video is getting long. I did tell you guys it would be, but it is getting long and I realize that. So, I thought I might finish it, but I need to really focus on it. And the paint needs to dry. It's going to take too long to do the video. So, hopefully my thumbnail that's going to be for this picture, for the video, hopefully you'll be able to see everything finished at that point. So that will be my goal, and that way I can finish this, and that way this video can be a little bit shorter. Right, thank you guys for your patience. I hope you're enjoying it, but still I don't want to keep you all day long either. So let me finish this off camera later, and hopefully you'll see the final finished product in the thumbnail. Okay, so then the final project of the video, I was gonna work on my moon cycles board. Now I had made this months ago, and I did use a source. I did refer to a source that I thought was right and reputable and all the other. And then I got told later, no, I think the cycle's off. I'm like, what? And they're like, well, we think you did it wrong way or something. I don't know. But anyway, so with the help of someone, I checked out another source. So this board, which I'm going to show you, needs to be this is my moon cycle board. It needs to be redone. So, damn it. Um, like I say, I drew the 7-point fairy star and I had everything ready. I had it all labeled. It's, ready to be hung. And then it turns out it's probably wrong. I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. So I was gonna redo this, but obviously I'm not gonna redo this whole thing on camera because it'd probably take me another hour. And you don't want to sit through another hour just watching me paint circles, right? So I thought maybe I would do one. Just to say I did do it and I put it on the video. Plus it'll motivate me to finish it. So let me grab my easel and we're gonna work on something here. Alrighty, so I've got my board up. I can use what I've already got out here as far as supplies. Just need some gray. Okay. And I've got my reference picture, so yeah. Anyhow, okay, so I think what I need to do is start at the top. So this one needs to be the new moon. So that one's going to be easy because all I got to do is blacken it out. So let's do that. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Crap. I really need new paint. I need new paint. Stuff is old. Okay, so the new moon is the solid black one, the darkest one. So let's do this. And it just dripped on the board. Bloody hell. Just a big water black drip right on the center of the board. That's not what I wanted. Why me? Why? Why me? Okay. Well, aside from the drip mess that I have to fix later, I don't know how, but I'm going to figure out some way. Because that don't look good. Anyway, okay, so that would be the new moon. So that's the first one that starts the cycle. The next one would be the waxing crescent. So that would go here. And I'm going to go around this way. So, yeah. So that is the cycle I need to get. I need to fix that one. So that will be a project that I will go ahead and finish later. The video is getting long. I mean, I don't want to keep you guys forever. And I thank you so much for watching. So, yeah, I'm going to finish that. So, like I say, hopefully my thumbnail for this video will show you all the stuff that's done. I hope. That's the goal. So, I hope that will do it. But otherwise, I did everything I planned, so I think I should let you go. And I thank you so much, everybody, for watching, for taking the time out of your day to watch this. I hope you found it fun. I hope you found it inspiring, whatever. But I mean, this is the full moon cycle. This is a good day to do this and enjoy it. And even though this won't get posted until after the full moon is over, but at least I did it in the spirit of it while it was still here. So, yeah. But thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please subscribe to the channel. Keep checking back. New stuff's coming all the time. And check out all the other videos that are already on here. And have a fairy day. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much. Arrivederci.